Hello. I have a nonfiction book to talk about. It's old. It's as old as I am. It came out, it was copyright the year I was born. And that's not why I read it. I was just interested in reading it and found out that came out when it came out. It's called The True Believer by Eric Hoffer. Thoughts on the nature of mass movements. Yeah. So it's an interesting little book. It's thin, and I got it from the library. If you have a library where all your parts are, maybe you find a book like this yourself and you can read it yourself and think what you think about the whole damn thing. I thought it was really quite interesting. Now, Eric Hoffer, when he talks about various types of people, the role of the undesirables in human affairs. Okay. Desire for substitutes. The interchangeability of mass movements. The poor. The new poor, the abject poor, the free poor, the creative poor. Am I the creative poor? Marginally. The unified poor, misfits. The inordinately selfish. The ambitious facing unlimited opportunities. Minorities, the bored. The sinners. So yeah, it goes on. The united action and self-sacrifice, the beginning of the end, all these things. So he speaks in a tone of really figuring it out. It doesn't go, well, I kind of think that, he doesn't hem and haw. He just says, this is this, this is this, and this is this. This is why they are like this. This is, this is, they act this way because they are like this. Anyway, if you read this, you might find a lot of it reflected in that it reflects, it is a mirror of the world around us. Many people we see in our daily lives in other stories, like what I was thinking, I thought of Homelander in The Boys. While I was reading this, my roommate went away and she has Amazon, so I caught up on the first 5 episodes of season 4 of The Boys, so I could see what's going on and how Homelander is going off his nut with power, and also he's not being confronted; he's being yesed all the time. And when you're yesed all the time, you completely lose respect for other people, for the little people. So he talks about that sort of thing in here. And of course, our great leaders, political leaders these days, when you can put them into these roles too, and the roles of the mass movements they are trying to build, and the types of people who are followers and why they are following, what impulses have them to be following, and what use they are to the movement, and how they are susceptible to the mass movement. He talks about the polar thing, like say now in the whole left-right thing, as left and right as it sort of is presented to us, which means kind of right-wing liberals and right-wing conservatives. There's really no left around in this environment. I hate to tell you that, but that's the way I see it. But how a figure like Trump, as a clear coming out as this rebel and so forth, a hope for Trump is to some kind of get a left-right alliance here, get people on the fringes who feel left out in either side on board with his movement as it is presented, and then get what do they call it when you try to sell something, and anyway, I forget what I was trying to say, but so you do see many things in the current world that we live in out of this book that's from 70 years ago. So if you're interested in stuff like that, you can pick up The True Believer. I think you probably would enjoy it. Or, if you do and enjoy it, it goes quickly. There's probably an audio book online too, right? I mean, on YouTube. I didn't know. I didn't look. So yeah. The background of this guy, he claims to have worked as a longshoreman while he was writing his stuff, but then there's well, maybe he didn't really do that. Maybe he was just an immigrant, and so it was kind of a murky sort of maybe fictional story about his early life and so forth. So it's all kind of interesting. His son actually he said he's sort of this figure like B. Traven, who was kind of showed up and maybe had a past, but we don't know what it was, and it's all kind of murky and hidden. And I mean, he's not a great novelist like B. Traven, but he did write a very interesting book here with this one, and maybe I'll look at some of his other stuff in the future.